Hey guys, my name is Ryan, back again with another Spirit Island video. I finally had the chance to go through all the comments you have been leaving on my videos for the past couple weeks, lots of requests for different types of content that you want to see, and one of the big things I saw was lots of multi-handed games, so playing two spirits or more at the same time, being able to show off teamwork, different combos, things like that. And so you can look forward to seeing a lot more of that coming up soon. There was one specific game that was explicitly requested, being Fangs and Lure against England 6, and so that's what we're going to play today. Fangs is one of those spirits that you have a little bit of flexibility with where you want to start, because you get one of them on your starting board, but then the other one can be anywhere on the island that has a beast. And this can be really nice if you have a very, very large board and you might want to just like throw a presence way the heck out there. Maybe your starting presence is already in a really good spot. Like if you're on board C, your starting presence is going to be like right in the middle of everything. And so you could afford to just like chuck a presence pretty far away. Over here, though, I'm not sure. Like, it basically, like, if this was solo, we'd go on land number 5. But here we have the option of going to 7 or 8. Of course, I would think that 8 is better than 7 in this circumstance. And I think I like going to land number 8 because it gives me better access to the coast, where Lure is going to be marginally weaker. So I think eventually we're going to want to have happen is we want Fangs to get a really nice setup on both of the coasts, because that's where Fangs can act and Lure cannot. And so this will make me marginally more accessible there. Okay. And we are off to the races. This pairing is, I feel like it's going to be like a less interactive pairing. So Fangs has 0 support cards in their starting kit. They have no powers, they have no innates, they have no cards that will do anything to impact the other player. And Lure only has 1 card, and it's not a card that you play for its effect. You mostly play because it costs 0 and has perfect elements. So the Wilds isn't really going to do anything. Its use is much more niche. The disease is very relevant into England. But basically, the point I want to make here is that these are both what I would classify as carry spirits. They are the ones that want to be a net receiver of support, and then they want to go big themselves and get a lot of work done. Like by going out doing a lot of damage. They're not like a support spirit where their goal is to stay more neutral and then just bump up the strength of your teammates. And so this is going to be a less interactive pair than we might otherwise have. So I just want to get that out there first. Second is going to be, what do we want to do on this first turn? So a lot of different things we can do. Looking at Lure, first of all, is we have the Softly Beckon Ever Inward. If we go here to land number 7, we can solve the 8 and the 4 immediately. And that's pretty high value. Land number 5, we could have Sharp Fangs pick up with either a Terrifying Chase or a Prey on the Builders. Probably go Terrifying Chase for now because it produces fear. I don't think either spirit really has a plan for land number 2. Now what's also interesting is we could actually have Lure pick up this land as well if we decide to take a Moon and go energy here, and then we play the Softly Beckon, so we can gather everything here, and then we can pop this town out of land number 5. And that means that Fangs would basically have a free turn to just start building up. which is very compelling to me because we do need a little bit of time to start building up our our whole setup. But playing a Terrifying Chase really isn't a game breaker. Against England, I like top track builds in general, and Lur and Fangs both have very strong top track builds, so I suspect that's the direction we're going to be going. Hey. In this matchup, Call to Trade doesn't do a heck of a lot for us. Yes, it's a Ravage skip, but you're more likely, in my experience, to lose because of 7 buildings than you are because of Blighting Out. And so this creates extra builds, which is the opposite of what we would like. An interesting thing, we could use Entrancing Apparitions in order to deny the build in land number 8. We could also do Sharp Fangs with the 2 Near the Jungle plus Teeth Gleam combo in order to deny the build on land number 8. Teeming Rivers is probably the direction I'm going to go, just because it is blight removal, and allowing us to ignore a lot of activity and just remove a blight afterwards is very appealing to me. But Rights the Land Rejection is also a very good card because it says do not build. So having that tool available to both spirits as a way to deny build actions can be very helpful, so that way we are not as likely to get that 7 building loss condition. So I think it's definitely between Rights and Teeming Rivers. One thing definitely worth considering is that this has a moon, and so it denies builds, and it helps us remove invaders as well from the board, whereas the plant is good at killing explorers, and that's really not what we care about. If we draft a defend card, Rights will be our only fast Dahan movement. Maybe I probably should have just waited until we draft on this side as well. Okay. Entrap is a 2-element card, and, you know, obviously it has our face on it. It's kind of made for us. But by moving Blight, we can use our innates in more places. Shadows of the Burning Forest is also a very compelling card. I mean, it would be for this turn, like right now. We could go for like a Shadows to push some stuff out. And then we can gather invaders. The Isolate on Entrap is also really nice. It will allow us to deny builds in the future, which I think is also really strong. I think the upper end of value for Entrap is the highest here. So I think that's the direction we're going to go, and we'll take our Rights. Okay. So now the question is, how do we choose to deal with things? I think we're going to go for this opener. I think I like this. Oh, no, sorry. I want to do this. Since we don't really actually care about the beast all too much for Lure, like, the only really reason we need the beast is for Swallowed. I mean, the right innate, like, yeah, but not really. So we're going to be completely selfish with the beasts. Okay, so here we can go gather, 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 gather. Do we want to gather these beasts? I'm inclined to say yes. But we'll leave the Dahan there. Teeth Gleam. We don't have any beasts going on over here, so we'll do this. And then we can go here, push things out of this land, so that way this will die, and then it will not build. Because if we can consolidate our problems to just one land, we will be quite happy. Because now over here, we can add another beast and kill the town. And we can make for a lot of fun. Ooh. Okay, so one of the frustrating things with this is that, like, when we do small amounts of damage, we really struggle at, like, killing towns. But Prowling Panthers, I think, is actually a very nice card. It just straight up says, like, 1 energy, kill a town, right? I think that's a perfectly fine rate. Being able to add more beasts is obviously really nice as well. And it enables our Frenzied Assault, which, when we get it up to its top tier, will allow us to also kill towns. So I think it just provides a lot of good, solid value all around. Other card to consider would be Roiling Bog, but its uses are very, very fringe. So we can go here and here. This is certainly a spot that we could use Rights the Land Rejection. But without a defensive card, it doesn't really get us too far. Here There Be Monsters is just a nice, good chunk of fear, which is obviously very necessary here. We have some blight removal from Voracious Growth, but that seems like a lower priority to me. Here There Be Monsters is just a nice 0 cost. It has good elements for us. Produces, like I said, it produces a good amount of fear. We could do like that plus a Perils of the Deepest Island in order to make sure we get that extra fear. So I think we definitely want to play Perils here, which by itself is going to be 3 damage. If we get one more beast in there, it'll become a 4th damage, so we can kill a city. And then we could use the Here There Be Monsters to kick the town out. We can use Fangs in order to get an extra beast in there by any number of means. Right? We could just, like, you know, innate here, kick one over each way. Probably kick one this way, kick one probably into the 2, so that we have a Prowling Panthers target. So let's go over... Let's just plant here. That way we have adjacency to all the coastal lands. And we don't need to move our presence at all. Ooh. We can go here and... Land number one's already very precarious. We don't have any game plan for it right now. Let's go here. Okay, land number 7 is very quickly becoming the threatening land. Alright, so we go... here with it. You have to pop a town. Kill you. So yeah, this is land number 1 I don't have any plan for, but we can fast kill the 8, we can fast kill the 3. 3 with the sharp fangs, and the 8 with lure. Terrifying Chase is definitely not a card that scales super well in this matchup. Planning on putting a presence, transforming, bringing in to kill this. Unfortunately, with that line, we're not able to bring a presence with us for Prey on the Builders. Ooh, sea monsters. Well, we are a beast spirit, and we are responsible for the coast. So I think sea monsters will definitely gain value. Yeah, it's 100% a sea monsters pick. Unfortunately, we have 1 energy short, so we can't play it this turn. But it is a card that we'll be very happy to have in our arsenal. For lure, we know we're going to be playing the Swallowed. And if we pair it with any moon card, we're going to be able to pop a town. Probably going to grow into like the 4 so we can access the 3. How soon are we going to be pulling a major? I think this is going to be our last turn as a minor, then we hit that extra energy and we'll be going for majors thereafter. Ooh, Mez. I'm unsure if that's going to get us anywhere, but it is a cool card. Enticing Splendor is a strong card. Gold's Allure is certainly worth a consideration. I'm going to take this Enticing Splendor. But we're not going to play it. Maybe we'll just move these to Han, just to save them for the future. Going here and here. Okay. What am I using Prey on the Builders for? I could use Prey on the Builders here to deny that build. Just get things paired up, try and avoid having isolated to Han. And going here to set up for a future sea monsters, hopefully. Let's see, next turn we're going to be a net +1 because of the minus energy. So we're still not going to play sea monsters yet. And trap for some ISO. Coastal land with city. Looks like land number 2 is really not going to have a good time. But we get more free disease. So that's cool. They both can push from this land, and I think that's actually the only... this one also qualifies. But if they both push in the same direction, you can turn it into a city kill. Only problem is that we can't go into the coast. So we're not going to be able to get a city kill there. Could go this way, though. Make a sacred site here. Start to work on this town. Pick up a little free town kill. Why not? Okay, back to the sands. At least we're still avoiding the mountains. That's a big deal. Double building the sands, huh? Well, that seems like a great time to play a Prey on the Builders. Alright. NC definitely seems like the kind of card I would love to play, because on 2 cards, even with this air, we're not able to get the repeat. But if we can get the repeat, it's... I mean, literally twice as good. Like, so this could be a 0-cost city kill, right? Very, very strong potential for this guy. I could come here, transform, pop a town, boogie. So we're going to want to do this, and then any plant card. Doesn't even need an animal. So we could do an NC. I'm going to hover that because it is an option. And also, by playing a 0 cost, it allows me to do a Sea Monsters plus a 1 cost next turn. Which I guess I could do anyways with the +1 energy. Because I am still going to be searching for a... searching for defense. But over here, we're definitely going to go for a major. Of which Thickets Erupt is really strong, especially because we're picking up that plant right now. So we go Thickets Erupt, and we have 2 other plant cards, so we're guaranteed the threshold at this turn. Okay. That's very strong. It's cheap, and we can pick up a second major, and we'll be able to play Thickets Erupt plus another major pretty easily. But also, Wounded Wilds is a good card too, and also another very easy one for us to threshold, because we get this free animal here. And the advantage of Wounded Wilds is, first off, we're going to get plenty of beasts. Again, the beast movement creates synergy. So, like, I could use the Wounded Wilds right here on land number 1, bringing in these beasts, and then it would do 5 damage, killing off City Explorer. This is going to do 4 damage, which does kill a city. Yeah, Wounded Wilds plus Gift will threshold in 2 turns. For an extra just bulk of fear. I do really like the blight removal here though, but my issue is probably going to be towards the coast. Oof, both of these cards are good. I'm going to take Wounded Wilds for now, because we're definitely also be able to get value in land number 7 very soon. Getting rid of... probably Swallowed. Push and gather effects are very weak into England. Not really the thing you want to be doing. Okay. So with this, if I give 2 elements, it doesn't matter. I guess actually if I gave Animal, it would be worth 4 fear. Or being able to do some damage at range 0, which is a thing. We are going to go Blighted this turn. But that extra 4 fear could make the difference. Oh, we're triple building the sands this turn. Ew. Gross. Not a hot start. We have lots of great tools. I think our late game is going to be perfectly fine. I think the issue is just surviving until we get there. Denying all builds feels pretty good this turn. On that triple build. It's going to turn into a... Oh, that's going to build. Well, no. That's going to be quadruple build. So when you triple build, that's going to go up to 5. Ugh. Grotesque. How many cards do we have in discard? We have 1. Okay. I'll pay 2 energy to not take 2 blight. Killing off those explorers is relevant. Oh, we're going to be 1 damage short of a full clear. Dang. Oh, man. Okay. Gosh, all we needed was the ability to scale, and that is scaling. Holy cow. Amazing. That completely changes our options, right? Because now we're hitting that reclaim 1. Holy cow. Add Dahan here. Add 2 towns here. Go Dahan here. 2 towns. towns there. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, time to make use of that proliferation. Holy heck. Well, now it just became a lot more interesting. We can use this to get an extra damage here. So, because we're looking at 3 builds, well, 1 build's probably going to go here. We can move that blade or something with the entrap. Probably going to wind up entrapping this. Okay, what's the most amount of damage we can do? So it's going to be... So if we just played it straight up, there is Blight, Badlands, Badlands, Beast, Beast, Beast for 6. 7, 8. So we can kill 2 cities. I'm not even going to mess around with trying to milk that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Badlands, Badlands for 8. Kill 2 cities. Get an extra 4 fear. Let's go 1, 2. Okay. And then we can just pop this town. Actually, if we're going to do a few steps, we can get the extra fear. Yeah, so we do this. And then we just do everything else the same. We'll get an extra 1 fear from doing that. Here, adding a wilds. Oh, we need the extra Badlands. But that's fine, because we had the Badlands, then we destroy 6. Okay, no, this works. That works. Okay, great. Fantastic. So now we play sea monsters plus entrap. Entrap to deny a blight. Sea monsters to get damage done over here. Yep. Now over here, we... Yeah, and after that builds, we can just pop it with Swallowed, right? I mean, Swallowed's going to do 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, so yeah, it'll pop City Town. So 7's fine. 3 is going to be its own precarious thing. We 100% are going to be adding a presence to get that Reclaim 1. It's just a matter of, do we... I mean, we can reclaim and play anything in our hand, right? Like Wounded Wilds being our strongest card. Wounded Wilds plus Enticing Splendor doesn't get me much of anything. So I guess really the question that I'm trying to think of in my mind is, do we want to do we want to gain a new card, or do we want to play one of these? One thing that we don't have is blight removal, and I've passed up on a lot of blight removal. But I think we've got damage now. Having a second major, I think, is a good thing. Accelerator Rot being a very strong one. Yeah, we got the sun and the plant pairing. We got our third plant here, but then we're sun water, of which we have no other elements for. Melt Earth into Quicksand does say Isolate on it, so we use Melt Earth right here, and it isolates the double build. Okay, so that's a really, really strong one. Vanish Softly just gets things off the board, but the problem with Vanish Softly is that it does not produce any fear. But it does keep us from... It prevents us from, like, losing, but it doesn't win. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess, like, if our goal is to scale, Vanish Softly is fine. Because we have 2 free elements here. Yeah, we're 1 moon short this turn. In order to get rid of the 2 invaders. But we can get rid of, like, 2 invaders from whatever land is threatening an LC. Oh, this land is going to just lose. That triple build. Grotesque. Can't afford that one, so don't even consider it. I think Melt Earth is our play. Yeah, we're gonna pull this town out, so that way we don't just lose here. Oh, I wanted to pop that town. Let's go back. Is there a way I can go back faster? We can just jump all the way back there. Okay, cool. And then I can just do this. Alright. Let's navigate here. So now we can come here. So sea monsters will pop off. Island is blighted. Push. Town flag 2 or more. Oh, okay. So we push from... Okay, how much damage are we going to do with sea monsters? So we're going to add a beast. So we're going to go up to 3 beasts. So we're going to get 10 damage. So we get 3, 3, and 4 is 10. So if we push a town out, it'll go build a town, and then we just kill everything. Over here, this is largely a wash. I guess this is going to be building up again soon. 3 or more does give us defend 2, so this becomes a free town kill. And then over here, we get that. And then over here, we have no slow damage, so that's irrelevant. Okay, Strafe in a land with presence. This is going to die, so that's fine. That's irrelevant. We can save this Blight and save 2 presents, so that's super worth it. Amazing. Although actually it denies me some fear here, but like, whatever. It's super worth. Okay, now we're in the jungles. Man, those mountains just never going is such a big deal. Okay, so we've already got this land solved with a Swallowed. This land we can hit with like a sea monsters. This land we could entrap. Okay. Now we finally, after this whole circus, it's going to get a lot easier for us. We get to pop a town, can get rid of some explorers. I mean, where are there explorers to get rid of? See, like this guy, this guy. Maybe we wind up with a random ISO. Always play to those fringe situations. Deny a city from existing. And then, yeah, we can just gather here. Okay. So now 5, 6, 7. So that's a lost condition. None over here. So that requires like an enticing splendor. Melt Earth is definitely not the card that I want, so I think we're just going to flip to a new major. What spirit? 2B spirits now? Oh, and infestation? Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, obviously we're going to go for a synergistic play by taking one of these, and infestation being most likely the pick because it actually solves the problem of this loss condition. But that's insane. That is insane. Infestation I think is definitely the pick, and Infestation with a Reclaim 1 is pretty broken. Angry Bears, Tiger Sun, there's just too many restrictions for these, but being range 0 and no Blight. But with the Sacred Site here, that covers everything on board F. And then over here, this covers everything on board B. So yeah, we've already got 100% coverage of Infestation. Actual bananas. And then we're going to pick up that free animal here. So if we get a Tri-Element card to pair with it, an air we've already got, actually, because of this. So all we need is an Earth Animal card, which we do not have yet. One more turn when we get the 3-card plays, though, we throw rights in there. So this is very thresholdable. And England is great at doing tons of actions in a land. So yeah, this card's going to be insane. Absolutely insane. This Ravage, we're going to want to do a Reclaim to deny a Blight with the Entrap. We actually might just target... No, we'll target this way because then Sea Monsters is good. Scream Disease pairs up with sea monsters in terms of elements, but I'm not sure thresholding this. Like, yes, obviously it's insane, but I don't know how realistic it is. Now, that being said, sea monsters plus gift is a threshold. Yeah, target here, just GG. Well, this is already dead. But you know what I'm saying. Target here, I guess. Yeah, now we're at the point where we're going to be just slamming these fat majors, so I don't think Portents is going to be the most important card. Scream Disease, we might never play it, but it's just, it's almost like an insurance policy. Okay, so what do we do in this turn? Okay, we got one of our 2 cards already committed. Over here we could go for Double Moon just to pop a city. But as far as the jungles go, I'm kind of looking fine. Yes, we play that one card. We've already got our left in 8. But, like, where do we even use it? Probably just here in land number 1. We might even do a transform, pick up the city. Probably push beasts over here into the 6. Because surely mountains are going to be engaged at some point in the game. And then our other card can just be something like a Teeth Gleam. So maybe we just grow up here and play like a Teeth Gleam. Just start setting up our future. This could be Coast, actually. And there could be a Gather, or some sort of way for an Invader to get there, so let's do this. Man, this looks so nice for a Sea Monsters. Alright. Wetlands, Ravage. This makes no difference. Do we have Suns? Yeah, I can forget this Enticing Splendor. And we can pay 4 energy. And we can put Disease in Dangerous Lands. Right, like, I'm very confident that we're going to win. Now we just need to not lose. Ooh, I love this. Just straight up free turn. Gosh, so good. Yeah, Strifing Cities is just max value. Skip build. Explore the coast, okay. Might as well just skip the Explorer. No reason not to. And now we get a free turn. So it's only the coastal wetlands that are going to be double building, and then there's no more escalation. And then I guess there's the jungle, coastal jungle too, which is going to be double building. But otherwise, we are sitting pretty. Actually, I realize this is the only land. My targeting is pretty restricted. That's fine. Go here. Just pick up both of those guys. Great. So with no ravages, now we can really just play for damage. So, I mean, honestly, sea monsters plus repeat, looking pretty good. Here and here, just produce a buttload of fear. How can I say no to that? Yes, definitely want this drift down. It'll solve one of these, like, tiny little obnoxious problems for me. Though, there are lots of great cards there, to be clear. The disease, the Badlands, that's really strong. This not so much. Disease really strong, but this just solves an immediate problem. And, like I said, all I have to do is, like, not screw this up. And then we win the game. And probably just throw you out there, just because, like, why not? The zero cost value card. We need to move the beasts into the 6. We've already got some set up here in land number 1. Okay, so for lure, we are going to be picking up that animal, which makes Wounded Wilds thresholded with any fire plant, like the swallow. So if we go swallowed, we will have the energy to play both of them together. It'll be 3 damage here that just kind of kills a town, which is fine. And we can Wounded Wild, like, here in the 5. Let's start drafting for Blight removal. Or we could just have a whole bunch of defense. Okay, thresholded. For all that extra fear. Do I care about the threshold? Because I've also got rights, which I could use to deny activity here. Looking at 1-2 builds. The extra fear is not going to matter because of sea monsters. Yeah, and I wasn't going to play Infestation anyways. It's fine too. Well, no. Okay. Let's take back... If we're not going to play it, let's just take the Venomous Spiders because it is such a good card. We could pair it up with Perils. Perils plus Wounded Wilds will get a lot done. Now, by doing activity in the 5, it doesn't actually accomplish anything. It's just kind of like bulk, fear, and damage. But it's probably still the best play. Yeah, we're only a fire short. That's pretty funny. Ooh, that's not going to be enough. But, doesn't hurt. Definitely double building here. Let's pick you up. Got the coastal here. And then, yeah, independent resolve. Okay. It's all good and fine. Mountain jungles. Okay, we got the back-to-back jungles. Coastal jungles here, right? So this land is suddenly very important. Okay. Too near the jungle, just, you know. So now I can just kill this town, and I can defend something else. Could full clear this land. This will just be a bunch of fear, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just killing 2 buildings? Eh. Do the same thing here. And then being able to just kill explorers is cool and all. Maybe we perils so that way we can just pop it with a swallowed. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more fear. Getting up to a bunch of terror level 3 fear cards is probably what we're going to need in order to win this game. Yeah, so if you go swallowed, infestation plus nature's resilience, I think that's the play. Go here. It's really fortunate that we don't have the high immigration build this turn. That takes a lot of pressure off. Let's see. What do we need? So we're staring down, 7 blight with 3 on the card. This land is an absolute must to deal with. We can't just not deal with it. This land by itself will make us lose the game. Which makes you think, actually, that I should defend this one for 6. Because then I can innate to pop a town. Actually, no, we're just going to skip this one. Because it's going to be double ravaging and a build. Yeah, we'll just skip it. So... yeah, that's fine. Here. And then we'll do the defend in one of these lanes with the Dahan counterattack. Over here... gonna bring in some... oh, and we get to, every time that we skip, we get to deal 4 damage. Let's go. That's going to full clear the land, right? 3 actions, full clears. That's really, really good. Okay. Drift Down's going to help us out here in the 3. Our Reclaim one, maybe we'll get like an Entrap or something. We can Innate just to kill the Explorer, so that way it defends. So that means we'll have to grow here. And... ooh, Sleep and Never Waken. Another skip. Love to see it. So we can kill this Explorer and maybe just like leave this guy here. And we can sleep skip something. We can sleep skip you. Got no plans for you. I mean, I also got you. Where's Nature's Resilience going? Nature's Resilience is going here. Okay, so you're good for Nature's Resilience. You're good for Drift Down. You're good for Infestation. You're good for Swallowed. If I get NC, then I can remove Explorers, which does absolutely nothing, to be clear. But it is a thing. We also have a pile of Majors, and that's probably what we're going to have to use in order to solve some of these problems. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, that's gonna full clear. Defend you. Defend you. Kill you. Swallow you. Terror level 3. Now we're looking at only 2 Blight. Well, you're skipped, so like whatever. So 1, 2... oh, this one, yeah. But with all those fear cards, I'm going to leave this up to the fear cards. I think that's extremely reasonable. And then also Dahan are going to help us with fear cards, so we're going to skip you. Because, you know, that one fear is going to matter. Okay. Ooh, some Dahan fighting's going to happen. So that's going to kill a town. That's going to make that die. I think we can afford to lose some presence. I wish this guy would track how many presents are removed from the game. Yeah. That'd be nice, just as a quick count. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've done it 5 times. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just do that. So now that's not an issue. Do this, since that's all strifed up already. Oh, actually, no. We want to leave that town there because I think it's in every land, right? Yeah. So we can go here. And then... I guess we'll push this into the giant token pile. It'll all just die to a future swallowed. Oh, the strife comes off. That's super sad. Okay, strifing invaders. Skipped. Defended. Defended. So the only place that we're taking blight is here. So let's invest. We don't really have any slowdown. We're just trying to survive the turn. And then defend 4. Okay, yep. Isolate, defend 4. Hey, this is one of the brand new ones. Spreading timidity. Is there a mountain or jungle with nothing in it? We can make this one isolated. Ooh, deals damage to other invaders in its land. So this is gonna deal. That's gonna kill a town. I can kill a town here. I don't have any other strife anywhere. Right here, right? So 3 plus 3, so it kills 2 towns. That's pretty high value. I could go here and have the town kill the city back. Same exact logic here. Oh, drat. Yeah, I wanted to just put a damage here, because after the strife comes off, it's going to... Okay, so here, after the strife comes off, it's going to gain HP. So we go there, so it dies. There for the counterattack. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, we even earned another fear card. That's amazing. Beast Disease or 2 to Han. 4 health worth of invaders, so basically remove a city. We can remove you. Yeah, we'll just remove you again. And Angry Mobs. I think this is also another new one. Tons of free building kills. almost another fear card. Skip Ravage. Feeling 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of a sudden, this whole board looks amazing. Really turned it around. Really turned it around. Okay. We're really doing it, huh? All of a sudden, this southern board looks fantastic. As far as mountains and jungles goes, we can take note the mountains. This one will build first, but the other mountains will not. This one will build. Actually, no, it doesn't even have adjacencies. This one doesn't have adjacencies, so that's not going to build. That's the only one that's going to build into Ravage. Two damage and remove, so not a lot of great uses, of course, because of that extra HP, but we can kill a city here. Or we'll just take advantage of the low HP town. Ooh, we actually get to do damage. So it turns into a full-on town kill. This one will build before ravaging. This one will build before ravaging. Unless if we were to pop this... If we pop this town, then this one will not build. Because of only one adjacency. This one will not build. Not sure if there's any point trying to really min-max this thing. Okay. Okay. Like I said, we got that top end, no problem. We just had to get there. So, what are we looking at? We are looking at... The tricky thing is, it doesn't take into consideration builds. I'm pretty certain it does not take into consideration builds before it gets to Blight. So, this will not build. This will not build. Coast we don't care about, right? No build, no build. No build. And because of that, presence, we're good. Okay. 1, 2, no build. So two hot lands. Even if we kill this, it's still going to build. And this is going to build... Okay, so we've got an 8 damage and a 5 damage coming in. We could do a rights plus natures in order to solve this. Like, kick the Dahan over. Oh, no. That's not going to get done. We could do that to solve the 4. Prey on the Builders is probably going to get some love this turn. Infestation is obviously very playable. Definitely don't want to do a full reclaim. Ooh, Cycles is a blight removal card. It's kind of all I care about. Sky Stretches, obviously very strong. But I think blight removal is the direction we want to go. Because all we have to do is not screw this up. And if I were to... Yeah, I could Threshold Infestation. Right, that's an option. Just go right here in the 2. So it skips the build, kills the city, skips the ravage, kills the city. Nice and clean. Sea Monsters is good, but it kind of did its job too good in that there's really not much in the way of targets anymore. So it's time for a new major. Blazing Renewal, Indom are two very nice cards. Pillar of Living Flame might be a direction to consider, because this hits the wetlands and this hits the not wetlands, mostly. This Sands right here is a really, really big one. Not going to be able to threshold it, so that does take away a lot of the potency of the card. Fire, fire, third fire. We literally don't have enough fire for it. Actually, I'm just kidding. We have NC. We could go Prey, NC, plus Pillar. It's fine. Definitely want to hold on to Sleeve. It's just, you know, nice and safe. And Trap, I don't think we're really ever going to use again. Okay, nice little grip of cards. We don't get a Renate, but we don't care. I think it's definitely worth. Move some Blight. Let's see. Oh, fetch. Forgot to prep anything for this land. You know, we're only 10 fear away from winning the game. I realized that one of the options, instead of cycles, was a... am I crazy, or was one of the options to... was for a slow to fast. Yeah, it was. Sky Stretches. Alright, whatever. Let's just win. So, 10 damage plus 5 fear is more than enough to win the game. Yeah. Anyway, Sky Stretches. Here we go. 2 of a single element. Bada bing, bada boom. Pillar of Living Flame. Best card in the game. Let's get it. Oh yeah, it does 2 chunks of 5. That's what it does. Oh shit, that's not enough? Okay, well. I guess I have to do this the hard way. And we don't have any Dahan and lands with buildings. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. Okay, that's fine. We can do this. We can go here. Because this produces 1 fear per beast. Up to 4. And that's going to be a fear victory. Okay, now we don't need to worry about an event hurting us. Sky Stretches, great card. See, we did it with the power of support cards, right? You gotta love your teammates, you gotta work as a team. That cohesiveness is what gets you there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any other particular matchups, any games, any setups that you'd like to see, just let me know, and I'll add it to my list. Thank you so much for watching. Have a glorious day.